Instagram is a dating app.
Huh?
Instagram is now.
It started with the DMs.
It's Drake's fault.
He didn't start DMs.
Oh, who is it that said down
What,
in your DMs?
Yeah, it wasn't Drake.
Yo Gotti.
Yo
Yeah.
Gotti, it's his fault.
Yo Gotti. is-
Yo
Down in
Gotti's
the
fault.
DMs.
Today we're going to be talking about dating apps and dating rejection and the difference between dating in your generation and current generation.
What do you want to know about dating in my day?
Do you feel like it was like easier then than it is now? Or do you feel like it's kind of the same?
So comparing my experience back in the day when I was single before I even had any kids and meeting people, dating people, and comparing it to now, I preferred it back then. I feel like it just was more organic when I was younger as opposed to now. Because, I mean,
What do you mean?
well, there was less to hide behind, if that makes sense, back then than it is now. You had to be face to face. You had to kind of face off with people dating back then. Back then, it was somebody had to invite me out on a date. You had to have a certain amount of conversations on the phone first because you don't just want to go meet somebody off the back after meeting them. There's a term that you guys don't know about called phone jonesing.
I know about that. We used to be jonesing on the sidekicks.
Okay,
I
well,
don't know about that.
well, Cali don't know that term, right? So phone jonesing is when you spend a heck of a lot of time on the phone with someone. Phone jonesing with somebody that you liked, and then that would lead to a date. And then after the date, it would lead to another date, and so on and so forth.
I've done that before.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
have.
I like
But
think
back in the
about
day,
it.
it was
Yeah.
called phone
On the
jonesing.
house phone, when we used to have house phones.
My house phone?
Yeah.
My bill. All right. So
Anyway,
So phone jonesing, you know, now there's a whole bunch you can know about a person before you even go out on a first date. And in the midst of being on the phone with them, you can be sitting on the computer going through their page.
But do
or
you
what
think
have
that's
you.
fair? Like, that's kind of like,
No, that's not
it's
good.
like you're judging them before
yeah,
you
It
it's like
is.
prejudgment.
It is prejudgment, and that's what I'm saying. I like as a person who's been through dating back then before the viral explosion and before social explosion, and I came to find myself in the same pool, dating pool, you know, and I came into the dating pool with the attitude, oh, the dating pool's got pee in it and all the rest of it.
It was easier back then. I mean, me being a millennial, I kind of had a taste of dating, or maybe not dating, but liking someone or being interested in someone like pre-social
Okay.
media.
Okay.
And it was definitely a lot more organic. Like
That's what
now
I was
it's
about to say.
like,
I think it's more organic. Let's
Romantic.
be organic.
Organic.
I mean
Romantic.
organic.
Organic.
Let's be organic.
let's be organic.
Yeah. I think nowadays, like with Instagram and all these social medias, it's a little bit more forced. Like, it's like people go on Instagram and they're forcing themselves to look for somebody or forcing themselves to DM somebody. Not just on Instagram, but like on dating apps too.
Instagram is a dating app.
Huh?
Instagram is now. It did turn into a
Instagram is
dating app.
app.
You think so?
Yes.
It did kind of turn into a dating app.
Oh, you know when it started? It started with the DMs. Once they started doing
It's
DMs,
Drake's fault.
he didn't start DMs.
Oh, who is it that said down
What,
in your DMs?
Yeah, it wasn't
Yo
Drake.
Gotti.
Yo Gotti, it's his fault.
Yo Gotti.
Yo Gotti's
Down in
fault.
the DMs.
It's
But no, like,
It's Yo Gotti's fault.
nothing about Instagram, social media, anything is romantic. It's just not.
Not just DMs though. It turned into likes too.
Yeah.
If you
Oh,
liking
if you
people's
liked it.
pictures,
If I like-
you
if I like
hinting
more
something.
than 4 of your pictures back to back, you saying something.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I've walked into Instagram with old school mentality. I guess the unspoken rule, if I'm liking your pictures a whole bunch of times, you're supposed to know that I like you. You know what I'm saying? And you're supposed to give me some attention. I don't know that rule. And as a matter of fact, now that I've learned it, I'm gonna unlearn it because I don't care about that.
But I feel like now it's tough because everybody being so accessible and feeling entitled, and it's like, well, I don't have to sit here and build anything with you because I could find 6 others, you know, that kind of look like you, dress like you, or live in the same, you know, city. Now we don't even need to live in the same city.
Or like because everyone, since Instagram is so accessible, there's more fish in the sea. I don't need you.
Right.
Oh,
Move
wow.
on. More fish in the sea, but it's really not.
That sounds like marketplace dating. Yeah.
Dating is tough. It's like a woman is a liability or an asset. Like everybody's acting like we are like property. Like, it's not natural or organic, or it's lacking in romance.
It's giving
lacking.
very much forced.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just want to genuinely like vibe with you. I don't want to hide behind any facades, any phones, Instagram, because that's where everyone's fake and they put on a front. Like, I need to know the real you, because if that's what I'm gonna be doing long term, I need to see it outside and off camera.
I think I'm the only person here that used the dating app.
Have you?
I've never used it.
Yeah, I did. I used the dating
And
app.
I have no plans on ever doing that.
It was really interesting because, first of all, it was a friend at work, and he's on dating apps. Like, he's been on a few, and he's gone out on a few dates, some successful, some not so successful. I kept telling him, I was like, you need to get off them dating apps. Them dating apps is the devil. And he was like, have you tried one? And I was like, no. And he's like, well, how can you talk? I said, fine. I'll get on a dating app. Just to
that's
prove
so
my
weird.
point. I set up my profile. I was really me. So you know the swiping system?
Yeah.
Right? So I remember I was on the radio and Monica was a guest in the show that day, and I was looking at it and I was like, look at this nonsense. And Monica said to me, you have to fix your profile. And I said, well, I didn't want to lie. I wanted to say my true age or what have you. She's like, yeah, but so she took my phone and she changed my profile.
Oh, so it's her
So
fault.
you lied about your age.
Wow, Monica.
Yeah, that was so funny. That was like, that was like the end of that year. And then I turned 50 the next year. So, but the conversations were weird. And I was like, this is Creepville, yo. Like, out of here. So I got off of it. But at least I was able to go back to my work colleague and say, I got on it.
Would you use them again?
Well, actually, I did meet somebody on right when I went in to close it. On the day that I went in to close the app, I met someone. And that was a decent enough experience. So I would say that it's a weird thing. You have to really scope it through.
Yeah, I'm not doing it.
I don't feel like I'm finding my match on dating apps
No?
or Instagram.
There's a lot of successful stories.
Yeah, no. It's
No,
a no
not for
me.
you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a no.
No, hard
Yeah.
no. Yeah.
Do you feel like if you're in a relationship, you can use social media or you shouldn't? Like, do you feel like it's bad for your relationship?
I'm not gonna go first because you already know how I feel about that. What do you think?
I still feel like I can use it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like it's helpful for a relationship at
What does social
all.
media ever do to you?
What does social media do to everybody? Make them crazy.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it
Just-
does.
No.
Social media makes people crazy.
If social media makes you crazy, chances are you was already doggone crazy before you got on the social
That's
media.
not true.
Yes, it is.
All right. It doesn't make you crazy, but it alters your mental. It does.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
I can't agree.
A person that works a regular 9 to 5 will wake up in the morning, look at their phone, and see the local scammer on a vacation in Greece, living it up, and then now they go to work and they're like, oh, I'm sick of this job. I want to quit. I'm tired of working for these people. But all because you picked up your phone and went on social media.
But that's not social media's problem. That is the person. It's something the person is doing. Social media is an invented freaking app, man. That don't make you crazy. I like social media. It's fun. I like it.
Says the person that makes reels dancing in the kitchen. all
I
day long.
do. I do. I make reels all day long.
Good.
And they're fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think it's unanimous. We will not be finding anybody for these ladies on a dating app. It's like, okay, moving on. Like.